Okay, so I am tripping my nails. I have to. They got in the way at work today, and I have to trim them. Now, that is not why I started the live video. It just occurred to me that I'm going to finish trimming them before I start the video. Okay. Alright, so one of the stranger things I watch are these women who rate themselves as a 10 on the scale of 1 to 10. They're gorgeous and all of this. And they end up leaving their husbands, thinking that there's something better out there for them. This is not exactly what I thought when I left my husband. When I left my husband, I thought, he's lost his freaking mind, and if I don't get out of here, one of us is going to be committing a murder. So, no, that is a joke. That is a joke. We were just, it wasn't that kind of volatile, but it was like, anyhow. I digress. I digress. All right, I've lost the plot. But the reasons why are my own. Okay, the reasons why are my own. Now, there's this guy. Okay, his channel is the Chow Time Pod. Okay, I like watching some of his videos. He gets his videos from other people and all that, and he does commentary. But the videos he finds, sometimes I cannot find them or whatnot. But this
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I get a video today from Destro Reborn.
this guy's fun. This guy's fun. I'm gonna let you. Oh, honey, thank you. See, this is why I date this. No, that's a joke. Honey, you are a solid 8. And the only reason why I say 8 is because my son, Taco Bell, keeps saying that you look like a cross between his teacher and Dr. Eggman. I'll have to send you pictures of the principal.
My husband and I were together for 8 years, 4 years.
This average looking woman is getting dragged through the internet so badly. It's like, girl, you really thought you were a 9 or a 10, that your husband was really, really good just to keep thirsty.
See, the other thing is, I like to hear guys give numbers. Okay, call this a statistic of me, okay? Call this a statistic. But when I look at these women, I look at them, and this is a lovely pause face. She looks like one of them fish. I'm sorry, she looks like one of those fish for a Disney Pixar movie. They just look much better. Oh my God. I have great pause timing. Anyhow, so he will rate these women. And you know what? I'm not gonna disagree with him. Because yeah.
Thing over you.
Dating, 4 years married, and I decided to move out in February. And do you want to know how many times in the now 3 months that we've been separated that he's begged me to come back, told me how much he loves me, how much he wants to make it work, how much he misses me, and our...
I bet you were so miserable to deal with, and as soon as you said all this, and he was just like, finally!
I honestly don't believe a word she's saying.
I couldn't figure out how to do it, but you did it for me.
Dog. 0.
Oh, he has a zero coming. No wonder that seems exaggerated.
0 times has he
My man
tried. It actually,
it sounded to me like she was exaggerating something. She was exaggerating the fact that he called this stuff because it hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. I think she said that they had been together for 8 years and married 5. That's a long time to be together. And if he hasn't called you back because you got rid of him, then honey, that may be your problem. That may be your problem. You may have been something wrong.
It took less than a week for me, or less than a week from me moving out for him to be on Tinder. So
Okay.
I am just,
Okay, I have to say
continuing.
that I probably should not be drinking hot liquids while this woman is talking. Let me put my glass down before I do something I regret.
On, and he obviously doesn't give a shit about me.
Nope.
So
Have to tell you right now, she's out of my life. Yeah, she is. And she does what she's gotta do, and I do what I gotta do. I'm a man of the 90s, brother.
Facts, Macho Man, facts. How could such a low-tier woman have the audacity to believe there were better options for her?
You gotta love these new AI characters these people are coming up with. I mean, it is fascinating.
On streets. I mean, she got the gonzo nose and the barbed wire.
Oh my god. Oh my golly. Oh goodness.
I see
Goodness
you, Despero.
gracious.
I see you.
Teeth. And look, I'm not talking about Pamela Anderson barbed wired. I'm talking about scrape the side of your penis barbed wired. Try it
Oh.
up in a ninja blender.
Fine. Yeah, I knew he was from. I knew he was from some show, okay? I knew that. All right, I've heard the day before. But I'm talking about the AI generated video of him talking. I want to try to figure that out. Cap clips have something like that.
Oh,
I
that one got
gotta
me.
play around with it.
Got chills down my spine with that one.
Look, I'm sorry. I just get so offended by these beyond mid-tier women thinking that there's life after the war. Because after all, it's a reflection.
I'm sorry, if you have made it into your 30s, 40s with messed up teeth, and they aren't bothering you, like physically hurting you, like I had to have my wisdom teeth removed, okay? Because they broke. I have, if you've seen any pictures or any videos of me where you actually see my face, you know my teeth are not straight. In fact, I have one that is busted to the back from when I started having epileptic seizures. Okay? That's one of the reasons why my wisdom teeth were broken. If you have made it to this age, you do not need braces. I am sorry.
On us. For her
It
to
is.
think that somehow we would want her man's sorry leftovers. I don't know, it just smells like disrespect. But I digress. I think the bigger point is that men are slowly coming to the conclusion that modern women really offer very little value to their lives. And I think part of the problem is some of us are too young to even remember a time when a good woman actually brought tangible value to a man's existence.
This is so true. I didn't even think about this. The younger cat.
Now, before you all start talking, now I've said it many times, but I did prepare my ex-husband's lunch, dinner, breakfast, everything. I would wake up 2 hours early to get everything ready. So when he got out of that shower and was getting on his way to work, he had a hot meal. All right. And every morning I still wake up and I prepare food for everyone in my house, whether or not the man is here.
That's out there. Actually, I've never experienced good women reciprocating for them.
You know we joke online about that famous question, what do women bring to the table? Yeah, it's fun for shits and giggles, watching them stutter, dodge the question, or call us insecure, gay, and sassy, instead of answering the question directly. Come on, don't lie. We had some good times watching them dodge and deflect.
The
But
issue I
the
have
uncomfortable
with
truth is,
Despero is that he plays havoc with my hearing impairment.
if I asked most men to explain to me, like I was a sixth grader, what a modern woman actually brings to the table, they wouldn't do much better. Yeah, they'd
True.
probably repeat the same
Because you don't bring anything.
recycled St. Kevin Samuel Titus starter pack
The
script.
other thing,
She's got to
okay?
be fit.
I understand, okay, that households are now split income wise, all right? Listen, you cannot have a traditional woman role, traditional man role as it was back in the days. Really, it's mostly kind of split because technically both parties are having to go out and work. But still, that should mean that there should be some sort of shared responsibility in everything. But if you are asking someone to lift things 16 times more, then you're going to be lifting them, even though you know you can lift them. To handle all the sort of stuff that you really don't want to handle, like cars and lawns and stuff like that. Why you got a problem doing the laundry and making dinner? All right? I mean, if you want to handle the lawns and the cars and they want to handle making dinner and all of that, that's fine for them. But you can't just expect them to dote on you where you're doing nothing. I'm sorry. That's just the way I see it. It's a partnership. It's basically a working job, a relationship. And when things don't go well, you have to go through other means. And honestly, I am no longer married. The reason why I'm no longer married has to do with something else. It had nothing to do with the abilities that I provided for the household. I would get up, I would cook, I would clean, I would do laundry, I would take care of things, I would handle anything that had to do with the household. All right. Even though I was working a full-time job, I handled the family events, I handled stuff like that. What broke it apart was something completely different. It had nothing to do with the fact, actually, it did, because as soon as I was unable to perform these tasks, is when my ex-husband started to get mad. He no longer saw me as working within the family, like being a secondary partner or however he thought of it. Because I was no longer able to work and bring in money, and I was no longer able to take care of the house. So that's really where most of the problems started. Then things went downhill. So, yeah, I'm not perfect. I do not have the perfect relationship, and the really cool news guy, Jim, can tell you that. We don't have exactly the perfect relationship. Our relationship is long distance, and apparently I have been put in the will as the beneficiary to the cats. I didn't want the cats.
Feminine and cooperative. Okay, but truthfully, is that really enough anymore? Is that all you require? Is being pleasant and
I told you guys this. As I'm going through life and as I make more money and have more businesses and stuff, no, I want a woman with more means. As in, she can't be just a regular degular broke woman. I don't want to deal with a regular degular broke woman. I want someone that has some idea where they want to be in life. I want someone that knows solidly that they either want to help me build my career, help me build my businesses, or just be a mother. I just need very specific things now as I grow older. I guess standards got raised on my end.
in shape enough to justify the risk of modern marriage.
All
Modern
want
divorce
those
laws,
basic
child support, losing half your assets,
Oh.
potential false accusations, emotional chaos, itchy crotch. Look, listen to me very closely. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is
I'm sorry,
not
hold on a
today's
second.
price.
This has to be AI generated. I'm sorry, because if someone actually is doing their makeup like this, someone's screwed up. This has to be AI. I'm sorry.
He's certified.
And to use modern woman's own language against them. Being a so-called, quote, good woman is now the bare minimum. Because if we're being brutally honest, I would argue the primary value, Better yet, the only value many modern women offer men today is a temporary dopamine release, aka sex. And notice I didn't say children or legacy, because in modern America, the kid may look like you, but it's not yours. But that's another conversation entirely.
This is so true. Like, this is the difficult part about even wanting kids, right? She can always take them away from you because they're not technically your kids.
We now interrupt this message for a moment of misandry. Married women, how do you feel when you return home after cheating on your husband?
Oh my god. Really? Really? People are actually answering this crap?
Yeah, it's funny because men feel the opposite. When we cheat on our women, we feel bad and we go and make up to it to our women when we cheat. Women? Oh, they already checked out.
Really? Really? You all some sick people. Just sick.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
The key point is, I would argue that most single women today qualify for side chick at best. The point is, mediocre sex is no longer motivating men the way it used to. That's why strip clubs are emptier. That's why dating events feel dry as hell. And that's why so many men look emotionally checked out of the dating market.
Okay, let me talk about strip clubs real quick. Okay. Now, what I'm about to say may shock you all. But I did not work in the strip club. Alright. I worked outside the strip club. Me and a group of people did headlight cleaning, headlight restorations in the parking lots of strip clubs. We would do it for the bouncers, the strippers, their VIPs. They would call us in when they had a bunch of cars lined up. We'd tip them. It depending on the night, you could make between $100, $500, depending. All right. The amount of women that went into the strip club, dressed up almost like the strippers, was fascinating. I didn't understand it. Now, I was 20 at the time, and I did not understand it. All right. So finally, I managed to ask one of these women, well, why they were going into the strip club when this is why they were going into the strip club, they wanted to. I asked them if they were lesbians or something because I didn't understand it, and they said to me, and I quote, "Oh, no, we ain't no lesbians, although there's nothing wrong watching a pretty girl dance. But, no, they gonna be spending all their money on them strippers. We want them to spend it on us. So we going in there, we doing the dances and stuff, so they'll buy us drinks and spend the money on us." I'm like, okay. And this is fun to you. Yeah. To each their own. To each their own.
Get all together because mediocre sex with mediocre women no longer feels worth the investment.
And they really think they're good at sex by just laying there and then us doing all the work.
Especially when there are now endless pathways to the same dopamine hit. Dating apps, OnlyFans, escort culture, passport bro culture, sugar baby culture, situationships.
Destro.
No.
My man.
AI girlfriends, pornography, international travel. I mean, pick your poison. But this epiphany only happens if you're brave enough to start doing the cold, hard math in your head. Like,
put in the effort. Put in some damn effort, man, to be a man of me.
This is a special type of hair gel. My ex used to use it. This is why I have told you I'm perfectly fine with you being bald.
Means to make some good money, to travel, to see the world.
why am I spending $300 on dates, 4 hours texting, pretending to care about this damn 304, jumping through hoops, just to maybe smash a 5? A 5, bro. Why? When modern technology, travel, Hookup culture and globalization have completely changed the
Oh my
game.
God,
Why
what?
would we spend
Sure.
hundreds at the Hustler Strip Club for a skinny, tobacco breath stripper to fake laugh at our jokes during a lap dance, when that same money can buy us a threesome with two flexible and cooperative 23-year-old Thai women? And I guess a lady
My
boy for you
goodness.
G.I. Joe Sims in attendance. Hey, no judgment. Vice is
Damn you, G.I. Joes.
vice.
Come with me to shake my
Whoa.
buns for some funds. Anyways, you go, you clock in. At least the house fee isn't that much here, so the girls are nice as well. This is the outfit that I like to wear. And yeah,
Oh,
honestly, over the weekend, it's kind of
wait,
cool.
Wait, hold on. Hold up. Back it up. Wait a minute. Let's back this up. What? She's paying a house fee to be a stripper for a night? Is that what this is? Oh my
Because
goodness.
they have like Circus Soleil going on in there. Look at these rollerbladers. Honestly, respect, a lot of talent. Here's the $3 I made over the weekend. Okay, maybe it wasn't $3, but yeah, it was a bit slow. Is there anything more depressing than a completely empty,
Asian women are so cooked.
spicy club? I don't think so. I think that's the most depressing environment you can be.
This is
Especially as a worker, at least.
literally my third day in a row coming to Crazy Horse, and it's currently 12 a.m. and it is vacant in here. All the girls is in the back, and we ain't got nobody in
Nobody got no ones no more.
here. At this point,
I thought you didn't need no man.
Well,
I gotta leave the streets alone, guys, for this one.
Oh my
gotta leave the
goodness.
streets
No,
alone
no,
for this
no.
one.
I have to tell
Like
you story.
her,
I got guys.
this.
Hold on, guys. I gotta pause this for 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. I gotta tell you guys this. So, growing up, we had okay, it wasn't exactly growing up. But so yeah. Okay. So I wasn't exactly a kid. I was a teenager, all right? And we had a star fruit tree. We would go by the honor system. We would put the star fruits out. We would have a bag and we'd have a box of money. All right. It wouldn't start out with money, okay? It was 3 for $1. It was the honor system. You put the money in the box, all right? A lot of people just took star fruit. They put the money in the box. Didn't mind us. It was either we put them out there and tried to sell them or they rot on the ground. All right. If someone took the money out of the box, well, then that's their own darn fault. But a lot of times we would have these really good seasons with the star fruit tree. And we would sometimes end up with $20 in once. And a day sometimes. Okay. I told you, sometimes we have really good harvests with this thing. So I remember I had the ones in my bag. And I had taken them out. I was counting them out to pay for something. And someone looked at me and the cashier goes, "Are you a stripper or something?" I said, "No, I sell star fruit 3 for $1." I was 16 or 18, somewhere around there.
Brother, who cares? Who
Calm
cares?
down, bro.
Who
Calm
cares,
down.
brother? Who cares? Today, smash.
So this question's for the guys. I host speed dating events and I can't get men to sign up. If I do get men to sign up, it's usually the night before, the day of, and then it's just all out of whack because I do it based on ratio. And so the women like to save the date. They like to go get their hair done, their nails done, go tanning, go to the gym, do whatever they got to do for like a...
That's not our fault. We didn't tell them to do all that. They're doing that for themselves.
Why did it be so? Why you want to go through all that trouble? Okay, first and foremost, what is the point of going through all that crap? All right, for speed dating.
And each other. Why are you putting that on us?
First date. And the guys, in my experience so far, sign up the night before or the day of or like right before the event, and it gets my blood kind of like my heart racing because now
Because they really don't care. It's something they think, hey, it may be fun to do tonight. Hey, but you want to go to the speed dating thing I saw this video on? Yeah? Let's start tomorrow. You want to sign up? Maybe fun. Maybe get a laugh out of it. That's pretty much how the conversation would probably go. All right? Me, if someone brought that to me 3 months in advance, I'm like, talk to me when it's like the week of.
I have 15 women at one of my events, and I have no men. And like, I'm screaming it from rooftops that, like, I have 15 women who have signed up, who are excited to meet men, and the men just don't. The men don't want to sign up. If they do,
Calm down, bro.
Look,
Calm
there's
down.
a big
experience
one.
so far, sign up the night. And the men just don't. The men don't want to sign up. If they do,
We don't want to meet these leftover women.
it is last minute, so I don't even know. But like, I have 15 women signed up for my events and no men,
Well, who's desperate?
and I don't get it. Like, I just don't get why men don't want to do these.
Because we're not
I'm here
desperate.
to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Jerry.
But truthfully, the bigger point isn't even sex itself. The bigger point is value. Because if we honestly, bravely conclude that the only thing a loudmouthed, pretentious, entitled modern woman can offer us is sexual access, only then can we see that they are competing in the most.
This is what I have learned in the last 3 years, guys. I also agree with Destro. That's all they're kind of good for. At least a good amount of women out there. I'm not saying to go sling penis around. I'm not trying to say that, but that's all they're good for.
Oversaturated market in human history. Come on, bro. Sex is everywhere.
It's
And
like,
it's cheaper than buying a New York
like, hell,
strip.
no, get outta
So
here.
naturally, the value collapses.
Tiger.
And I think deep down, society understands this. That's why there is a constant attempt to shame, guilt, and socially pressure men back into relationships they increasingly feel do not improve their lives. Imagine the shame is aimed at us instead of aiming it at them and their body counts. Because once men stop believing the reward is worth the risk, the entire machine starts shaking. And maybe that's the real panic. Not that men, quote, hate women. I mean, how could you really hate something you don't value?
True.
You see, I think that men are slowly becoming unconvinced that modern relationships improve their lives anymore. I hate to say it, but maybe this is evolution's plan.
The dilemma is that since we
I mean, the evolution to end our species seems like it. I mean, that's also other people's plans. That's true. I believe that also.
separated, he has thrived. 2 years ago, I
And the human species is destined to be extinct.
ended my marriage.
Oh.
Nobody did anything wrong. It just fizzled out, and I thought life would be better and easier alone. The split was amicable, and he's a great dad to our son.
That's nice.
The dilemma is that since we separated, he has thrived. He's lost loads of weight, he's got
My
new
man.
friends, and he seems happier, healthier, and in a better mood than when we were married. My son tells me about his travels and the new hobbies that he has. I haven't really moved on since the split. Everything is exactly the same. I just now don't have a husband, and all the jobs are on me. I basically feel as unhappy as I did before I instigated the separation. I feel like maybe I got it wrong, and maybe the issue was me and not the marriage itself. I created this mess, and now I don't know how to move on. I mean, that sounds really fucking hard.
But wait a
Whose fault is it?
minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy.
Women are just suffering the consequences of their actions and choices.
So yeah, it's one of the random people I watch. Yeah. I think I was able to link the video in the description below if you want to go watch the video without my commentary. But if you are viewing this video at another time and you enjoyed listening to my commentary, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon. Right now I am going to go duck out and see if the boy's still napping, cause he's gonna be staying in his own room tonight. So bye guys. Have a good day.